How's it going? I'm Andrew with Investors Hub, and it's Clem's Day Wednesday on Thursday because I was backlogged on content and had to edit something else on Wednesday. And yeah, we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency, talking about Dogecoin. And it's a good day to talk about cryptocurrency because we learned last night that Tesla's no longer accepting Bitcoin for their cars. And I imagine that there's going to be a controversy coming out about that sometime in the next few weeks. But yeah, no more Bitcoin for Teslas. And the entire cryptocurrency market just collectively crapped itself, just right down. And then it immediately bought back and bounced. And I got to tell you, the best kind of stomach churning drop is the one that you don't notice because you're drinking vodka and not paying attention to your Coinbase. So yeah, I mean, I guess I hodled through because I didn't know it was happening. And I'm getting sick and tired of how much power Elon Musk has over the entire cryptocurrency market. He just waves his fingers and it goes up or down 20%. It's ridiculous. You got to stop listening to that guy. Anyway, Clem Chambers, yeah, we're talking to him about Dogecoin and the cryptocurrency market in general. So let's hear from Clem. Please note that our videos are not designed to be direct investing advice. We're here to gather the perspective of different investors. Our channel and our content should just be one stop on the journey of trying to find out where to put your money. Dogecoin is now the fourth largest cryptocurrency in the entire market. What are your thoughts on how that coin is trading and its future survivability?
Well, I'm glad to hear you call it Dogecoin because I thought I was the only person in the world that did that. And everybody else is calling it Dogecoin. I don't see how they get there considering the blooming logo is a dog and the first three letters of the name is DOGE. But anyway, Doge, obviously it's based on a Venetian king or semi-king. But anyway, Dogecoin. I've been a fan of Dogecoin ever since 2000, well, actually ever since 2007. But I've been singing the praises of Dogecoin ever since 2008. Now, I'm not being Captain Hindsight about this and saying I did when I didn't. Anybody who's got any Google skills can go Clem Chambers Dogecoin. And you see the stuff I wrote for Forbes. And I wrote in 2018, it had, a huge brand, and that was going to be a big thing going forward in the future. At the time, I had 1.3 million of them because I was running this kind of portfolio, or starting to run a portfolio, where I was going to buy 1 million coins of anything I thought was funky and cheap. I mean, it had to be cheap because, I'm not going to buy 1 million coins of Bitcoin at 3,000 or whatever it was at the time. Not even I can afford that. But Dogecoin, I could. I mean, I think it cost me like $2,500 to do that. And anything that was sketchy but had a shot at the moon, a shot at surviving, I was going to buy it. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything else. So I ended up with Dogecoin. And I promise you, I went looking for them over the last couple of weeks because I thought, well, maybe I didn't sell them. Maybe I got them somewhere. And I've got so many different exchange accounts, and half of them have just vanished into the night, with a bag of swag over their shoulders. I thought I might have some hanging around. And every time I do that, because I do that every few months, I always find, $1,000 or $2 worth of stuff that I thought I didn't have. But anyway, couldn't find any Dogecoins. And what I'd done was I'd sold them for Bitcoin. And I got about a Bitcoin for them because it had done one of those spikes. And it had spiked and gone to like 1.4 Bitcoins. And I thought, should I sell? Should I not sell? And it went right back down to like half a Bitcoin or 0.4 something. And it went again. And I went, right, I'm out. Bang. So I got a Bitcoin, ran a Bitcoin for my Dogecoin. So I actually, when you actually do the calculations, made about 35 to 40,000 on those Dogecoins, but not 500,000 or 700,000 I would have had if I'd kept them. But I would have never kept them that long. I would have been out in February when I wrote an article saying Dogecoin, is going to go great. And in December, when I said Dogecoin's going to go great, when it was 6 or 7 cents, I probably would have gone up at about 20, 25. Because that would have been a cool $250,000. And I like a $250,000. You can buy some decent amounts of wine for that. So, but I didn't. I'd already gone. And I ended up 35, 40 grand better off. But that is the story of crypto right now. And, you can buy a lot, as I did, of Matic at, I think, 2.5 cents. And I sold them at about 20. And it's now 106. But I'm an equity guy, and I'm used to starting to sweat at 30% profit. And at 50%, I start waking up at market open to see what happens next. So X's, that's just against my nature. But crypto has burnt my nerve endings off, so that now 100 or 200%, I can cope with that. I don't start to panic. But 10, 20%, percent for 10 times. See, my brain doesn't want to even think in those terms. 2 or 3 times my money, totally comfortable with. 10, 20 times my money. Then I start waking up in the middle of the night going, I wonder what the coin's done. Oh, I wonder what the coin's done. So that is the crypto market. And, you know, up like a rocket, down like a rock. But Dogecoin, which could come down like a rock with no two ways about it, is going to have a great future. Because crypto is all about brand. That's it, brand. And once you've got brand, you've got liquidity. And once you've got liquidity, you're a currency, because people can buy it and sell it. People can pay with it, etc., etc., etc. Now everyone goes, oh, well, it's not a good store of value. I mean, I go, excuse me, I don't need something to store value when it goes up 10x or 20x. I mean, store value, it's just made me rich. Well, not directly and not rich, but 30 or 40 grand. Now that is a couple of nice bottles of wine. In fact, I was on an auction yesterday and there was a bottle of cognac that was going to go for $2,000 or $3,000. And I've never drunk anything from the 18th century. 19th century, yeah. 18th century, no. So I was looking at it going, ooh, $2,000 or $3,000. Ooh, I could drink something from before the French Revolution or just soon after the French Revolution. In fact, I think just before the American Revolution, imagine that, a drink that is older than the American country itself. Amazing, huh? Anyway, someone agreed with me and bought it for $19,000. So if I'd held on to my Dogecoin, I might have been able to afford that. Or my Matic, for that matter. But anyway, so I had to leave my dreams of drinking brandy older than the USA for another day. But anyway, another day is coming for Dogecoin, because whether it doesn't crash or whether it goes down hugely or down a bit, crypto will go through another cycle, and that cycle is driven by Bitcoin and the halving. And whatever happens to crypto next, it will go way further once the next halving comes. And that is the key for investing and or even trading, for that matter, crypto, is you can acquire it now. You can dollar cost average. And I think dollar cost averaging, if you want to be buying now, is the way to go, because it's a 4-year cycle. So you could pay 50 cents for Dogecoin now and, you know, be crying when it's 5 cents or 10 cents. But over time, if you just keep buying it, come the great day, in 4 years' time, it will be back there and probably as much again, probably $1, which is what I was planning to hold out for all those years ago. Because whatever happens to crypto, and I believe we're going to get a correction. Well, I don't believe we're going to get a correction. I think we're going to get a crash, but maybe we won't. But whatever happens in 4 years' time, it will be double where it is now. Now, of course, when you're dealing in a market where you're going to get 10x's and 20x's if you get it right, that doesn't seem so much. But in the real world, in the world of proper investing in proper finances and proper markets, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of return. So if you take a sensible tilt, which I suppose if you're in crypto, you probably might not even know what that is, because you might not have ever been in any other market than crypto. But if you were a grizzled old equity investor like me, that's a pretty good opportunity. Now, I'm doing something which is, you know, very, very tricky and meant to be impossible and quite dangerous and quite difficult. And that is trying to time the market. Now, I was buying all the way since the crash, all the way up to December. Actually, I think before that, November. And I got out of my crypto positions, my Bitcoin and Ethereum, at $32. So I was roughly $7. I got out roughly 32. That's a really good win. And I took that. In fact, I only took 25% of that. Took the rest off to equities. Took 25% of that and went to DeFi. And I got, I think, about 4 or 5x there. And so that's very, very nice too. I think actually maybe a 10x, but a lot in DeFi. And I got out of that. And I had a little bit in NFTs, a Rarible. Boom, up that went. Another 10x, got out of that. So now I'm sat with nothing in crypto at all because I think it's had its run. I think it's gone cryptocurrency, DeFi, NFTs, and it's gone back to DeFi, and so it will go back into cryptocurrency soon, and we will have that correction. And I believe it'll be a bit more on the correction. But the market doesn't listen to me. It could do whatever it's going to do. But the key thing is, even if it doesn't crash, even if it sits around here, even if it starts to sneak up, even if it goes up a lot, and I go, well, it's not going to crash, and I start to get back in, whatever I start to get back in say the next 12 months, it will be significantly higher in 4 years' time after the Bitcoin halving occurs. So that is the sort of no-brainer strategy, the one where you don't need to be stock picking or crypto picking and not caring that loads of cryptos are falling all over the place because the one you've got is going to go up. All that stuff you can put to one side, and you can just buy the majors over the next 3 years. Well, it will be leave it for a year and then buy for 3 years, because then we'll be back into the boom bubble cycle, which we've seen twice already, that links up to the Bitcoin halving. Now, Dogecoin will be one of those majors because its brand is so huge now. There's no going back for it. It cannot go back into obscurity. In fact, if you think about it, it's hard to judge whether it's a bigger brand than Ethereum. I mean, which is the bigger brand? Which is the one that's been starred by the world's most famous entrepreneur on Saturday Night Live? I mean, it's Doge. Now, Bitcoin's brand is also massive. And again, probably even at $1 billion and a bit, a bigger hitting brand than its value. Although I should think, I mean, it's pretty close. I mean, it's a massive brand. If you go on Google Trends and type in Bitcoin, it draws lots and lots of huge brands. It is, a seriously big brand worthy of $1 trillion. So if it is hit down by a crash, and these institutions that everybody sings about, they'll run for the exit really fast if they think it's going to come unstuck. But anyway, that aside, whatever happens next, it's going to be a lot higher in 4 years' time. So if you're, a nervous bunny like me, and I am, can you believe it, a conservative investor, particularly in equities, then the best way to go is to dollar cost average after you've let this current crazy volatility and madness fade away. Because at the end of a equity boom, all the rubbish goes mad, up. And it's not just Dogecoin that's gone through the roof. There's lots and lots and lots of questionable cryptos and very questionable DeFi projects that have gone, inverted commas, to the moon. But you'll note in the NFT space, it's gone all quiet. And the tide's gone out there. And I think that's the beginning of the wave of retrenchment that we're going to be seeing. I don't have to be right. And if I'm wrong, well, I'll leave it a few months. And when I go, oh, I'm wrong, I will then dollar cost average in for the next run.
Hey, thanks for watching. And if you like the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also follow us on Twitter at ihub_vision. Please do. Trying to grow our Twitter following. It's small and sad right now, but we need more Twitter followers. And you'll get the latest updates on when our videos come out. And they have the nice little thumbnails and stuff on there too, and make your Twitter page look nice. So follow us, Twitter, ihub_vision, and I'll see you again soon.